Alright, so today the type of video I'm gonna make is gonna be about misandry. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media, and it's really crazy how much this is gonna affect, like, just in general, like all this shit. When men see it, it's constant like hatred towards men, sexism, which is what misandry is. But it's crazy how, like, anytime men stand up against it, girls will gaslight, play victim, guilt trip, and try to shame the man, name call him an insult, say he's sexist, he hates women, he has a bad relationship with his mom, he has small D energy, he's broke. He's pretty much deflecting and just insulting men. So the double standards against men in that way are, it's crazy when you talk about it. That's why men don't want to talk about it, because it's constantly arguments as soon as they bring it up. The other thing is, let's get into specifics. As for physical, like, a woman could be like, hey, I want a man who's 6 feet tall. I want him specific skin color, eye color, hair color, ethnicity. He has to make this type of money. He has to have a big package. He has to be muscular. As soon as the man is like, oh, I want a tall woman, that's body shaming. I want a woman with a big butt or big boobs, that's body shaming. I want a woman who makes good money, that's shallow, and you're a gold digger. I want a woman who's in shape, body shaming again. Don't judge her based on something she can't control. Or you make fun of their kitty and how it looks. They got the Arby's special down there, and then they get mad. Now, the other thing, I'm going to make this probably 3 separate videos, especially in brown and Asian culture. I want to talk about what the big problem is. Brown and Asian girls love to call out sexism in the brown and Asian community. They love to say, like, women are expected to cook and clean and do this and this and that. Not a problem when they call that out. But they are the first people to reinforce the gender standards, right, for men. So if you try to say the gender standards for women, they're like sexist. That's sexist. Women don't have to cook and clean. But at the same time, they're like, oh, in my culture, the men, they all pay for everything. Men are supposed to pay for everything. They are the first ones to deny the responsibility of doing gender standards for women, and they'll reinforce the gender standards for men. And a big problem I'm seeing now, especially religious ones, I'm going to take in, usually in every religion has that, but specifically, I'm going to say, like, now you have people who, men and women are arguing because they're not arguing. It's women are saying that the man has to pay for everything. They're not going to cook, they're not going to clean, they're not going to work. And I've seen hundreds of these videos where these women insult their boyfriends or husbands and talk shit about them. Then the boyfriend or husband sees this and they're like, damn, I should never put up with this. And they break up with them because they know their self-worth, and they're like, they expect the man to cook, pay for everything. They're not going to cook, they're not going to clean, they're not going to work. But if they do work, they're still not going to contribute. The man still has to pay for everything. And the man can't tell them, like, the man can't have boundaries or standards for himself. The woman can do whatever they want. When women are controlling or toxic, they can never be controlling and toxic in their head. In their head, it's their boundaries and standards. The second a man has boundaries or standards, it's called controlling. So, for example, one of the biggest things I've seen is women had a problem with the modesty thing. So when a woman dresses a certain way, if a man says something, he's insecure, he's toxic, he's controlling. So men started wearing gray sweatpants and black compression shirts. And they recorded their wives and girlfriends' reactions to them wearing it. And what did their wives and girlfriends say? Like, hey, you're not going out of the house dressed up like that. Who are you trying to look good for? Why are you dressed up and showing off like that? Now, I want you to think about what would have happened if the man did the same thing to the woman. He would have been called, like, a woman hater. He's controlling. He's toxic as hell. And in reality, it's just respecting your partner's boundaries. And now you have these women who are supporting men and saying, hey, you're allowed to have all these standards and high expectations, high standards, and it's just being a gold digger. It's just materialistic. It's a one-way street, and this is a big problem that girls are thinking now, is like, what can the man do for me? It's take, take, take. It's a one-way street. And then, oh man, what the heck? Then they don't think like, what can we do together? That's a big problem. Men and women are like, they have different ideas. When men have logical things, it's like they have materialistic things there. And men can't have preferences for anything. And it's really crazy how nowadays the man is expected to pay for everything. And what's the difference nowadays? Is it harder to provide, or is it harder to be modest and cook and clean? It's way harder to provide. $150,000 is considered low income where I'm located in. I'm in California. California is expensive as hell. The average person ain't making $150 a year. I know people who went to medical school for 10 years are not making $150 a year. So thinking the average guy can pay for everything and not get anything back is insane. And I want guys to think about this, man. Like, your future wife is not going to disrespect you. Your future wife is going to understand it and communicate with you and find a common ground for any standards or boundaries you have. And, you know, for the girls too, like, your future partner will. But I want you guys to be more realistic. And what I'm not seeing from the woman's side is, like, there's not realistic stuff. It's just like, they'll say, it's my preference, this is what I want. But it's like, okay, if a man said that same type of stuff, is it sexist? Yes. Okay, but you're saying the same type of stuff. It's your preference. How does that work? And this is a huge problem where it's like they can't admit they're wrong. They can't admit it's being sexist, it's being misandry, it's being materialistic. It's like, it's crazy. And a lot of men have to deal with this shit. And I've dealt with it in the past big time, and it's like, I'm not dealing with a headache. I'm seeing a lot of this stuff on social media, and it's very crazy. It's very crazy to think, like, this is how things are headed. And there's a lot of things that we need to do to fix this, especially as a guy, seeing all this hatred, this constant hatred for men, seeing this constant sexism, this constant misandry. Not just being a man, but as a brown guy, like, the community calls out sexism against women nowadays. You don't call out sexism, misandry towards men. Nobody gives a fuck about men. You're just expected to put up with bullshit, and if you want the bare minimum, you're considered toxic or controlling. If you want a woman who's going to be a partner, not treat you like an ATM, be loyal, be modest, want to contribute to building a good household, if you have traditional values in that sense, it's a bad thing. And now they'll expect you to pay for everything and not contribute shit back. Or, like, they pick and choose what they want. Even if they're religious, they'll say, okay, you have to do this because this is your religious standards. Okay, but this is your religious standards. Oh, no. Like, you will really want to pick and choose, and then they'll get mad if you stand your ground and draw the boundaries and lines, and they'll get pissed. And it's really crazy, man. Like, I'm gonna cut this up into like a whole bunch of different videos, but I'm gonna make a video right now and upload it before I go to the gym. I'm gonna upload all these shorts. I'm probably gonna upload this big one right now and shorts throughout the night. But that's what I've been wanting to talk about a lot, guys. I've just noticed things are getting worse in that sense, but better because we have women supporting us now and holding these women accountable for their double standards. And there are women who've seen their dads, their brothers go through fucked up double standards, and they're like, now they're trying to fix it and be better people. So, yeah, that's all I want to say, man. Just take care of yourself at the end of the day. Like, I just want to reiterate that, man. Your future wife is not gonna be like that towards you. Your future wife is not gonna call you insecure. Your future wife's not gonna be sexist towards you, be a misandrist. Your future wife is not gonna treat you like an ATM. Your future wife is not going to treat you like shit. Your future wife is not gonna make you question your self-worth. and make you feel like you're good enough, or give you ultimatums like that. Your future wife is going to have good communication, and things are going to go so much more smoother and peaceful. That's it. That's it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. I know this was a long video, but I had a lot on my mind, and I had to get this out there. But yeah, that's it. If you guys, I know, like, back when I did upload all these videos, this is how I started getting a lot more subscribers, was talking about mental health, especially in the brown and Asian community, and especially for men. Yeah, if you guys want to see more videos or shorts like this, comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out and stay safe, y'all.